Hello everyone, this is Debs and this is your new moon in Sagittarius collective reading. How is everyone? I hope you guys are well. Now in meditation, I saw what looked like a medieval tower and there was a woman right at the top tying a scrolled piece of paper, a tiny scrolled piece of paper onto the leg of a carrier pigeon, and she sent the pigeon off. Half an hour later, the pigeon came back. She read the note. She smiled to herself. She scribbled a new note, tied this note on, and sent the pigeon off again. She got more and more excited as the pigeon came and went with all these messages coming in, feeling as if the person that she wanted to receive these messages was perhaps in love with her too, wanted to be with her. I'm hearing also wanted to rescue her from this tower, right? The last time she sent out the pigeon didn't come back for 3 or 4 hours. And she thought to herself, that was very strange. And when the pigeon finally arrived, she untied the little note from its leg, and on this tiny scroll piece of paper simply read, "Not known at this address." And that was it. And she thought to herself, that's strange. What happened to the person that I've been communicating with? Have they left? Have they been hijacked? Have they moved? Or have I been messaging someone else and I didn't know? And there was a little bit of sense of trepidation. So collective, we'll find out what this is all about. I'm actually now seeing somebody standing in what looks like desert, holding a boomerang, and they're chucking this boomerang out and it's winging back to them. They're doing it several times, but the final time that they send the boomerang out, it doesn't come back. It doesn't come back. Okay. So collective, we could be looking at 2 people who were corresponding from a distance, or 2 people who have been arranging to develop a connection at a distance. But someone either has intervened, or the person that has been sending out the messages may have been realizing that they didn't get to the person that they were trying to reach. Is somebody else infiltrating this message, right? Is there a middleman somewhere who's sort of messing things up? Let's find out. Okay, guys. Now, this new moon in Sag occurring on December the 12th, 2023 at 6:32 p.m. EST will be at 20 degrees and about 40 minutes of Sagittarius. It's going to be a time for renewal, and we're going to be building up the courage to step out of our comfort zone into the unknown with honesty, enthusiasm, and optimism. We'll be expanding our horizons and thinking outside the box. Now, the only issues we may face relate to self-deception and procrastination, as the moon is square Neptune. This phase will affect those with personal planets and points at between 16 to 26 degrees of the mutable signs of course, Sagittarius, Gemini, Virgo, and Pisces, most significantly. So collective, if you're ready, let's see what this is. Let's see if we can delve deeper. The deck that I'm using today is the Marchetti deck, and let's begin. Archangel Michael, thank you for joining us. This is the new moon in Sagittarius. This is for the collective. 12th of December. Thank you, Michael. Oh, wow. Guys, we've got a carrier pigeon that someone's hanging on to. That is fascinating. Yes. Actually, it looks like a hawk, but similar type of thing, right? Yes. But that person seems to be wearing a mask. This was a secret liaison between 2 people. Secret communication between 2 people. Someone here now may be worried that they're not corresponding with the person that they wanted to be with. They're corresponding with maybe a third party in the mix who is pretending to be the love interest. Maybe just to find out information. And whoever's been sending out the messages is now getting a little bit nervous. Oh my goodness. Who am I actually communicating with? How much do they know, right? Yeah. So we've got someone here who is hanging on to what looks like a hawk. But this is the image that I got. Somebody tying a note onto a leg of this bird, sending it off, and the bird coming back with messages. But this person seems to be wearing a mask. So whoever has been sending out the messages may not be telling anyone what they're doing, maybe wanting to keep this connection secret. But they are now worrying that someone else has found out and someone is going to be called out, maybe. Let's find out, guys. The Hangman. Pisces energy. Someone here has been feeling a little bit stuck, but this person is also seeing things from a different point of view. Okay. Knight of Cups. So somebody may have been trying to reach a Pisces, Cancer or Scorpio to tell them that they have love for them, to tell them that they have emotion for them. But they now may be realizing that those messages somehow may have been diverted to a third party and never actually reached the recipient at all. And it's the third party that has been communicating back, pretending to be the love interest. In the past, 10 of Wands, a lot of stress relating to this connection, which is pretty powerful between two people. And with the 5 of Wands after that time, arguments, disagreements and conflict, maybe even issues to do with other people. There may have been a jealous ex in the mix, or someone who didn't want these two to be together, who has quietly been intervening, stopping messages getting through, causing problems on social media, trying to do everything they can to stop these two people coming together. But one person here is completely oblivious of that, assuming that the person they're communicating with is still the love interest, when no, someone else has taken over that communication, is pretending to be the love interest. To find out more information, what exactly is going on between these two people? I know I will pretend that I am that person. Somebody could have hacked into somebody's phone. Somebody may be reading someone's emails whilst they've been away and corresponding with this other person without the owner of the emails knowing. Someone here has been trying to thwart these two making plans to be together. Now, it could be a family member, could be a jealous ex, it could be even someone's wife if this is a third party, or husband, right? But one person is oblivious to the fact that the person they're being communicating with is actually not their love interest. 4 of Coins. So whoever I'm communicating with here is hanging on to the hope that this is going to work, that this is going to move into a relationship, because they're in love. They are simply in love. In the immediate future, The person that's been sending out the messages is hoping to move into the Ace of Pentacles energy, which could be someone hoping to move, to relocate, to be with their love interest, and is very excited, or has been very excited, about the potential of this. But suddenly now they are beginning to feel uncomfortable because maybe messages are coming in fewer and fewer, and maybe the tone of the messages are different. Maybe the wording is different, the grammar is different, and whoever's been sending out the messages is suddenly realizing that they may not have been communicating with their love interest anymore. Somebody else has been infiltrating this stream of messages going backwards and forwards. Somehow they've managed to do that. In this person's fears, the Ten of Swords. Whoever has been sending out the messages is fearful that a third party has found out, and there could be a very difficult situation brewing. I think we're dealing here, collective, with two people who have been communicating in secret, at a distance, making plans for a future life. And we either have a third party in the mix who has found these messages and pretending to be the other person, or we have someone here who has simply found messages on someone's phone, intervened, and sent back replies, which may now be relating to, well, I don't want to do this anymore. I've decided not to do this. I'm sorry, have a good life. Not known at this address. And the other person, the recipient, is thinking, I don't understand what happened. Oh my goodness. Has someone found these messages? Who is this person I'm now corresponding with? But there's been radio silence. There was a last message that was sent to someone, and it simply stated, message undelivered, or simply, this person has now moved. Whatever this is, the other person is really worried the secret's come out, and it somehow got into the hands of a third party. The jig is up, right? So whoever has been sending out the messages is in love with someone. They are hoping to build a life with them, may even have been quietly wanting to move, to relocate, to be with this person. But what they're realizing now is there seems to be a third party involved who has found these messages. Whoever, collective, is in the environment. Queen of Coins. Wow. I think we're dealing with a masculine who may be stuck in a situation, but in love with someone at a distance that they want to build a life with, want to start afresh with. But messages that this person has been sending to maybe this other woman have actually been found by their karmic partner, Queen of Coins. And she has been realizing that her guy, her partner, has been trying to organize a clandestine meeting or even arranging to leave her to be with a third party. And she's intervening. She somehow found these messages on this guy's phone or found emails from him to her. And unbeknown to him, she has been corresponding with this third party pretending to be him, basically saying, I'm not interested anymore. I'm so sorry. We're going to have to leave this, not known at this address. And the third party is very confused. So maybe my guy has now changed his mind. He's not leaving the karmic to be with me. There's something like this going on, guys. She's sitting silent as the grave. Blank expression. But she knows exactly what's going on. She could be an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. The guy could be a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. But it could be any sign. So the jig is up, guys. What this guy is hoping is either to move forwards with a Pisces or a Cancerian with the moon. For me, that's more Cancer than Pisces. But he has been hoping to keep this correspondence private, secret, away from the prying eyes of the karmic partner. The final card, guys, is the World. Now, either what is going to end is this third-party situation. This guy is not going to be released by the karmic partner to head off to live or build a life with another woman, with this third party. Or, with the karmic understanding what this masculine was doing, she may decide to end the relationship herself. And she may do it in a cut-off fashion, a very sharp ending, no ifs or buts. It may be done very quickly because she has found out what he was hoping to achieve with a third party. So the karmic partner may be taking control of this and deciding to end the relationship with maybe a live-in partner or her husband and bring an end to the cycle. Now, if this karmic partner decides to speak to the guy that she's with, I've found you out, I've realized what you were trying to do, he may, with the World, come clean to the karmic partner and say, okay, I'm sorry. You found out messages from me to my love interest. I think this relationship has to come to an end. Someone here is going to move into the energy of being single, breaking away from a committed relationship, or the third party may be remaining single if this guy is found out and the karmic partner blocks any further communication and this third party situation just disintegrates. We'll see. So, clarification for whoever is wanting to be with a third party. I feel this is a masculine. We've got the Emperor. So this guy could actually be married, but he may be taking control of the situation. The Fool could be an Aries. This is someone who may be doing something risky. He knows he is, but he can't help himself. He could be conversing with a third party. What he doesn't know is that his karmic partner coming through as the Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Coins, is realizing what he's doing, and she is trying to sabotage this third party. And to be honest, guys, who could blame her, right? Who could blame her? In her energy, we've got the Wheel of Destiny. She wants to patch up things with her Emperor. She wants to move into a new cycle with her Emperor. Maybe things haven't been good between them for a while because she's heartbroken. She desperately wants to patch up the situation with her Emperor, but what she's been realizing is that he has been communicating secretively with a third party to sort of arrange to leave the karmic, to leave this poor woman, to be with a love interest. And she doesn't want that to happen. So she somehow has been trying to sabotage this relationship from a distance, secretively. Maybe this Queen of Coins is posting pictures on her partner's Facebook page, saying how happy they are, how in love they are. This is a really strong family situation. Me and my husband, me and my partner. We're really happy, we're loved up, right? Hoping that the third party is going to see it and back off. She could even be hacking into her partner's Instagram account, TikTok account, YouTube account, whatever this is, and pretending to be him and leaving messages pertaining to the fact that this is a very strong partnership, right? So this Queen of Coins could be pretending to be the Emperor, hoping that it's going to put off the other woman, who may be thinking, oh, well, I haven't had any messages from my Emperor for a while. I don't know if he's now going to leave the karmic. He sent me some strange messages. Oh, I've been busy. Oh, I'm patching up things with my partner. I'm sorry. Something like that. But this third party is now realizing that she hasn't actually been corresponding with the Emperor recently. She's been actually corresponding with his partner, his wife, and she didn't know that. Now, it could be switched, guys, okay? It could be the Emperor's been sending out messages to the third party, but those messages have been intervened by his wife. And she has been sending messages back from the third party, creating fake profiles, right? Something like that. And this Emperor may now be thinking, oh, well, maybe the third party has lost interest. There's something going on here, guys, which is very underhand. But I have to say, it's all due to the fact that whoever the karmic partner is, whoever the Queen of Coins is, she does not want to lose her Emperor to the third party. She's trying to hang on in there. So, we have the Death card, Scorpio. So we've got the Nine of Pentacles, the Death card, and the Three of Cups. She may well have been instrumental, this karmic partner, in bringing to an end the beginning of what might have turned into a third-party situation, or even might have turned into the Emperor leaving the karmic to be with a third party. She is intervening. She's not having any of this. Yeah, the Devil. Capricorn energy. She is obsessed. She may have realized that her Emperor was in lust with a third party or was sitting in negative energy. And she has been trying to intervene. Now, she could be a Capricorn woman who is in a relationship with a water sign king or a fire sign king. But someone here is going to get exposed. Nine of Swords. And the jig is going to be up, right? The Emperor's going to be called out, or the third party is just going to stop corresponding with the Emperor because they may be under the impression that the Emperor's now not interested. What the third party doesn't know is, I think the third party has created fake accounts pretending to be the Emperor, trying to put off the third party, when the Emperor is actually still very much interested in being with his love interest. And it's all getting a little bit complicated. So collective. Let's do this. So we have this guy, whoever he is. This is the guy who is married, I feel, who's sitting in the energy of the Emperor. He could be a water sign. He could be an Aries with the Emperor and the Fool. He is arranging to leave his karmic secretively. So what is this guy's energy, Michael? Yes, he could be married. He could be married to a Taurian, but he's married. High Priestess, and he's been keeping a secret that he's been communicating with his love interest. Strength card. It's taken him a lot to do this, but he has been juggling his karmic and someone else. He's been looking at the past, and I think he's been realizing that with the Page of Wands, he wants to move towards the third party, who could be a younger fire sign. Or he's just been corresponding with his love interest. What he doesn't know is his karmic partner realizes what he's doing, and she's trying to sabotage this connection. She's trying to nip it in the bud before the Emperor decides to leave her, right? She's hanging on to him. So collective, in the past with the Ten of Wands, this Emperor felt very weighed down and very stressed because he was, I think, married to his karmic partner, but he met the third party. He met this other woman. And it got very difficult. His emotions were all over the place. Yet, interesting. 3 of Wands. So he might have met this other woman at a distance and began to wonder whether or not he had the courage to leave his karmic partner, but he didn't. With the energy of the Temperance card, Sagittarian energy, he thought, no, I'm just going to cool this down because I'm married. I don't want this to affect my marriage. I'm going to stop communicating. I'm going to stop communicating with the third party. Yeah. And so with the Page of Swords, what he might have said to the third party is, look, I'm sorry, but I am married. I don't feel as if we should take this any further. I'm so sorry, but I feel we should end this. But with the 3 of Coins, these 2 people actually carried on communicating. I don't think it moved into the energy of an affair, but they definitely didn't lose contact. They may have said to each other, okay, well, look, let's just be friends or let's stay in touch online. And they agreed to do that. After that time, things may have hotted up a little bit. And these 2 people may have realized they did want to start a relationship. They did want to build a new connection. And I think with the 5 of Wands, this Emperor's karmic partner found out. Now, she may not have told her Emperor that she found out what he was doing, but she definitely had a few arguments with him. Maybe she was sitting on the edge. She was feeling very upset. She could have started arguments for no reason. Maybe he wondered what was going on with her. Why 1 minute is she lovely and the next minute she's angry? There were arguments, there were problems in this relationship. There were arguments in this relationship between the Emperor and her karmic partner. Yes, between the Emperor and the Empress, right? Emperor, Empress, 5 of Wands. What was the Emperor's energy? He was very strategic. I don't think he said a great deal to the Empress, but he may have wondered whether or not she'd found out that he'd been corresponding with this third party. What was his energy? 8 of Coins. In the past, if this Empress did question her Emperor, he may have said, oh, don't be so ridiculous. She's a work colleague. We work together. That's it. There's nothing else in it. Or she may have questioned why the Emperor was always working. Why are you always working? Why are you spending so much time in the office? Do you have to work late? Do you have to work weekends? When actually he may have been building up a third-party situation with this other woman. She got the wind up that something wasn't right. She got upset. But the Emperor always denied it. The Emperor always said, no, 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 nothing's going on, for goodness sake. Don't be ridiculous. It's just work, right? So collective, I think with the 4 of Coins, which is the Emperor's energy, he wants to hang on to the security of his long-term relationship. He doesn't want to lose money in divorcing, but he does want to keep hold of this third-party connection. So this is an Emperor who may have been arranging to put down roots with a third party, create a long-distance third-party situation while still hanging on to his karmic relationship because he doesn't want to lose money, right? So what's the Emperor's energy now? What's the Emperor thinking about? Okay, the 8 of Swords. He's in his head because what he's realizing is His karmic partner may have figured out what was going on. And he's silently going through a tower moment. Oh my God, she's found out. She's found out somehow. Yeah. Yeah. She's found out because she's felt left out in the cold. But what he's worried about is that it's going to bring down his marriage. The karmic partner may turn around and say to him, look, I know that you've been corresponding with this other woman. I think we should divorce. We'll see. Let's have a look at the Ace of Coins and the Queen of Coins. I'm hearing April 2024. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. But this could be something that comes to a head in about 4 months. Let's have a look at the Queen of Coins energy. What's her energy? Okay, she may have a child with the Emperor. Or it may well be that she's basically acting sweet and innocent. She may be acting sweet and innocent, as if, you know, she hasn't done anything to try and sabotage this third party. Whilst underneath, with the Four of Swords, she's upset. Well, of course she is. Finding out that her husband was possibly trying to develop a third-party situation with another woman. She's upset. Realizing what he was planning on doing. Starting a brand new relationship, a love relationship, a third-party affair with this other woman. Chariot. So the other woman could be a Cancerian. Or what this karmic partner's realizing is that this masculine may have thought he was getting away with it because this third party lived at a distance with the Chariot. This third party situation was managed at a distance, away from the family home. She's cottoned on to what's been going on here. Yeah. She's wanting to move things to calmer waters. She's realizing that she's in danger of losing her emperor. And so she hasn't said anything to her emperor. If there were arguments, things have calmed down. But in the immediate future, 2 things are going to happen. She's either going to decide to get on a plane or get on a train and actually face this third party in person, knock on this woman's door, find out where she lives, and basically say, look, I'm the wife, I'm the karmic partner, I know what you've been doing with my husband, right? Or she's hoping to calm things down with her emperor and rebuild this long-term situation. She doesn't quite know what she's going to do, but she is trying to sabotage this third party. Knight of Wands, yes. Because she's realized that the Emperor possibly had the hots for this woman, and he has been trying to manifest a long-distance third-party situation with this woman. What's she been realizing, Michael? Yes, that with the Ace of Wands, these two possibly have already been intimate. They've slept together. They've spent time together. Justice. She wants justice. She's very angry. She wants justice for her emperor being unfaithful. She's also keen to hang on to a legal contract. She wants to nip this in the bud. I think she has been somehow posting messages or pictures, pretending to be him, using a fake account to put this third party off, to make this third party confused. Okay, well now the message on my social media account states that he's patching things up with his partner, he's happy with his partner, but his last message to me pertained to the fact that he was full on. He wanted to be with me. So what is going on? Well, the message wasn't actually from the Emperor, the message was from the karmic partner, pretending to be the Emperor. So, in all fairness, she's just trying to hang on to her marriage, but the third party is very confused because I feel this Emperor has given this third party the idea that he's definitely leaving the karmic. So the third party doesn't know what's going on. And the Emperor's now stressed because I don't think he had any intention of leaving the karmic. I think he was hoping to develop a long distance affair situation with this other woman. He's now stressed because he's thinking, oh my God, my karmic partner's found out. She may call divorce any minute and I'm going to lose all my money. So he's very stressed. Let's have a look at the Emperor's energy. He's thinking about the Ace of Coins. Now, he may even have been planning on leaving the marital home to live elsewhere to work, but do it in such a way that he would be much closer to his lover, right? He may have manifested a position, a job, which is very close to where this lover lives, with the view that he can carry on with his lover without his karmic knowing. Because the Ace of Pentacles can be uprooting and moving. And this karmic partner may realize what he's doing. So his energy, yeah, 10 of coins. So he is determined to hang on to his long-term marriage, but he does want a new relationship with his lover. Yeah. Yes, because he's in love with this woman. He's in love with this woman. 9 of coins. He's hoping to develop a whole other relationship in another area with this woman without the karmic knowing it. So this is a guy who may travel extensively for work. Yeah, 6 of Wands. Now, this is a work card. This is a guy who was saying to his karmic, look, I've got a wonderful position coming up. It's going to be quite a way away, but I can send you money every month. You know, I'm going to make sure you're okay. Secretively, he has been organizing to maybe even live part-time with his lover, where he would be working in another area. And the lover would be none the wiser because all she would be feeling is, oh, well, my guy works away. And she may even have been told by the Emperor that he's considering divorce. He's just giving it a bit of time, but he's got no intention of divorcing. What he wants to do is to further develop this third-party situation and keep his finances safe within the marriage. But the karmic partner has sussed what's going on, and she's going to put an end to this. The Star. He basically wants a dream come true. And so he's trying to placate the karmic partner, pretending that this lover is just a work contact or someone he met a while ago that may be a bit obsessed with him. She doesn't mean anything. I'm staying with you. You're my wife. He's been trying to do everything he can to placate his wife, his karmic partner. But she's found secret messages from him to his lover, right? So she knows that he's lying. Yeah. What's hanging in the balance is potential divorce. He doesn't want a divorce, and his karmic partner doesn't want this to move into a situation where they split. But she may be ready to call it a day with him if he continues to lie to her. This is very difficult. So, with the world energy, guys, what is that about? 8 of Wands. There we have it. Messages of passion and the world. I think this is the third party deciding to stop communicating with the Emperor because she's unsure that the Emperor is interested anymore, because of messages that she'd seen on social media accounts, which may have suggested that the Emperor's patched up things with his wife. So out of a sense of self-preservation or pride, the third party is going to hold back, which of course is going to upset the Emperor because he was hoping to develop a third-party affair at a distance. But this is exactly what his karmic partner hoped to achieve, to end this potential long-distance affair situation by intervening. So she's just trying to hang on to her marriage. What's going to happen here? What is the energy of the third party? Okay, the third party is turning into the Queen of Swords. She's getting very suspicious and she wants answers. Why is her Emperor seemingly very happy with the karmic when he potentially said he wasn't? Because what she's looking at are messages on social media accounts, which I think are being posted by the karmic partner pretending to be the Emperor. Oh, my wife and I are going on holiday. Oh, my wife and I are having a lovely time with our child, you know? So the karmic partner doesn't know what's going on. What she's saying to the Emperor, she may ring him direct. She may try to communicate with him face to face. Yeah. She wants to know what's going on. Are you leaving your karmic or not? Why have you been posting messages online saying that you're super happy with your wife? Now, if that happens, he may turn around and say, that wasn't me. I never posted pictures saying I'm happy with my wife. And so the karmic partner is going to be found out. What is the third party saying to the Emperor? Yeah, she's very confused. What the hell's going on here? I mean, are we doing this or not? Are you leaving your wife or not? Are we building a life together or have you changed your mind? What's his reaction to her? What's his reaction to her? Okay, yeah. I mean, what he's saying to her is, look, I'm still full on with this. I want to manifest you in my life. I want to be with you. What the hell are you talking about, Knight of Swords? Who have you been speaking to? And this third party is going to say, well, I haven't really been speaking to anyone. And that I've been seeing these messages from your account. Why have you been posting pictures and messages suggesting that you're happily married? I feel messed around. What's going on? He's very angry because what he's going to say to the third party is, it wasn't me. Someone's been messing around. But what I think the third party and the Emperor are going to suss is the karmic partner who's trying to drive a wedge between these two. What's he saying to the third party? Judgment. Okay. I think we've got to make a major decision here. He's realizing what's going on now. What I think he's saying to the third party is, look, we've either got to decide to come clean. Yes, we had an affair. Yes, we want to be together. Or what he's saying to his lover is, maybe we should end this. But whatever happens, he doesn't actually want to divorce. He's hanging on to his money. I think at this point, it's the karmic partner who may be ready to chuck in the towel, realizing that her Emperor hasn't been faithful. She may be thinking about having to heal her heart and to move forward into a new life with the divorce money. She doesn't really want to do it, but she's thinking, well, she would if her Emperor is going to continue to be unfaithful. So this is difficult. What is the third party saying? Okay. I think with the Hermit card, she could be a Virgo. What the third party is saying is, look, I think we should just cut contact for a while. I will just ignore anything else posted on my account or your account because it's probably the karmic partner who's trying to drive a wedge between us. She's found out. I think we should both lie low for a few months and see how things go. Because this is the energy of detaching for introspection. So these two are going to disconnect for a period of time. No messages between the two of them to let things calm down, with the view that the karmic partner will feel that this is totally over. But I don't think it is. I don't think it is. What is the Emperor saying to the lover? I do want to be with you. I do want to be with you. But with the Seven of Swords, we're going to have to be a bit sneaky about this. We're going to have to pretend on social media that we either dislike each other, or we are no longer in communication, or you've moved to another workplace or something. They're trying to put the karmic partner off the scent. So what is the karmic partner saying to her Emperor? Oh, okay. She's saying no to something. She's saying no to something. What's she saying no to? The Sun. Okay. The karmic partner is basically saying to her Emperor, I don't want you traveling for work anymore. I don't want you working so far away from home. I'm not going to allow this. You're my husband, right? I don't feel comfortable in you working so far away. He could have been planning on staying in another area at weekends because it was such a long distance home, because it was such a long way back home. She's not allowing this. But what she's hoping to achieve is that this affair can't actually take off, because this Emperor is going to be spending a lot more time at home with her, right? Or in the very near vicinity. She's saying to him, I don't want you to work so far away, because the Sun is global travel. She's saying, no, I don't want you to take this job, however good it is, miles away from me. I don't want that. They both know why, the karmic partner and the Emperor both know why she's saying that. It's an unspoken acknowledgement that the Emperor knows the karmic partner understands he wants to be in this area to spend time with his lover. And the karmic partner knows that it's less likely the Emperor is going to get more serious with the lover if he is closer to home, if he's further away from his lover, right? What's the energy of the third party? Yeah, Queen of Wands. Okay. She doesn't really know what's going on. She's waiting to figure out what this Emperor's going to do. How does she feel about him? Oh, she's besotted. King and Queen of Wands. Wow, there's a lot of attraction between these two. What is she hoping for? Yeah, she's hoping for the Ten of Cups. So he may have said something like, well, I can't think about divorcing my partner right now, but we could sort of part-time live together whilst I sort out what I'm going to do with my marriage. But he's got no intention of divorcing his wife. So the wool's being pulled over her eyes too. So what's she thinking about? That this is going to continue to be a third-party situation. What she's being told now by her Emperor is that he's not going to take the job closer to her because his partner won't allow him. It's all getting very difficult, guys. Okay, collective, what's going to happen from here on? The Page of Cups. Now, it could be the Emperor is apologizing to his Queen of Wands, his lover, that this third-party situation can't continue. He may not be able to get out of his marriage. And of course, he didn't want a divorce in any case. Is that who the apology is from? Who is the apology from? Okay. The apology is from the karmic partner to her emperor. Wow. The karmic partner is apologizing for trying to sabotage the third-party situation. I'm sorry, it was me. I pretended to be you on social media because I wanted the third party to see that you were happily married. Oh my gosh. Wow. The karmic partner's actually apologizing to her emperor. I mean, I think it should be the other way around, but yeah. What she's going to say is, look, I realize what you were trying to achieve with your lover. I realized that you were trying to develop a long-distance third-party situation. I understood what was going on. I saw messages. I tried to put the third party off you because I was very unhappy. I didn't want you to be with a third party. I wanted it done. I tried to sort of bring a close to this in the only way that I could, which is to pretend to be you, hoping that the third party would get the picture that you weren't interested in her anymore. Yeah? I couldn't deal with it, Nine of Wands. I couldn't deal with the fact that I knew you were trying to develop a long-distance fling situation with another woman. Because we spent so long together, right? Six of Cups, I wanted you back with me. You're my King of Pentacles. Yeah, King of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles. You're my King of Pentacles. I felt you were losing interest in me. Four of Cups. But I love you. Oh, wow. So ironically, it's not going to be the Emperor who apologizes to the karmic partner. I'm sorry, I tried to have a fling on the side. It's the karmic partner admitting at last that she's been trying to sabotage this affair between these two. Okay. What is the Emperor going to say? Four Wands. I think what the Emperor's going to say is, I didn't realize that you love me to that extent. I feel really bad for what I did to you because I feel I should be apologizing to you. I didn't know that you still love me. And I think he's going to suggest to the karmic partner that they have a brand new start. Let's reaffirm our vows. Let's try and sort this out. So two wrongs don't usually make a right. The Emperor shouldn't have tried to have a fling, right? Be unfaithful to his wife. His wife shouldn't have created fake accounts to try to put him off his lover because it wasn't really the right thing to do. But ultimately, what's happening here is the Emperor is realizing how much his wife still loves him, and she only acted that way out of desperation, not wanting to lose him. And he may feel incredibly guilty about his lover, knowing deep down that he never planned on divorcing his wife. It was supposed to be a long-distance affair. So collective, once everything's out in the open, I think he's possibly going to apologize to the third party to say, I'm sorry, but this isn't going to work out. My wife won't let me take this job so far away from home, which will be nearer you. It's not going to work out. And I think the Emperor is going to start patching up his marriage with his karmic partner. So, collective, an interesting reading. I hope that it's helped some of you out there. I'm leaving it there. Enjoy this new moon in Sagittarius. Take care of you, and I'll be back before you know it with your next set of readings. Bye now.